Hello everyone, my name is Zehe. I'm a freshly graduated audiology student, and today we are going to talk about tinnitus. Sometimes it's also referred as ringing noise in your ear. Tinnitus occurs in 80% of the population. Most people only occasionally have tinnitus, but it doesn't really bother them. But out of that population, about 20% have fairly problematic tinnitus. They may feel that the tinnitus is so loud, so frustrated and annoying. It affects their ability to concentrate, to sleep, and it definitely can cause a lot of mood swing, stress, and anxiety. Tinnitus can happen in any population. It doesn't only happen in people who have a hearing loss or people who have problems with their ears. It can happen on anyone, especially in those with more noise exposure, either from leisure activities such as loud music or from work. So wear ear protection. Ringing sounds is the most common type of tinnitus, but there are other soundings of tinnitus too. Some people describe it as washing machine, rolling sounds, and it can be constant or non-constant. Also, people have tinnitus may be sensitive to loud and sharp sounds, such as dropping a plate, and having this experience is very unpleasant. When tinnitus becomes disabling, it can be extremely frustrated. For some people, they experience stress, anxiety, depression. Although the given high prevalence of tinnitus, less than 6% has received an intervention. There are different theories underlying tinnitus. We are going to talk about two widely accepted theories. One says that tinnitus is a sound that brain generates automatically because of the deprivation of sounds outside. It is usually accommodated a hearing loss or hidden hearing loss, which is a hearing loss that barely noticeable. Another one builds up onto it. Once your brain detects the weird ringing sounds, it interprets the sound as a threat or a negative signal, and then it increases the awareness, which increases further stress and tinnitus. After all, it establishes a negative cycle. Now we briefly touched on the theories. So what can we do for tinnitus? Well, there are a list of things we can do. Firstly, cognitive behavioral therapy. We need to understand that it's not necessary to stress about tinnitus you have. Having tinnitus doesn't mean you have problems with your ear. But if we stress too much about it, it would encourage its negative cycle and make it worse. So just ignore it. It will fade out in the background. If you find it hard to ignore, you can also put some background music on. They can be music of your favorite type or some ambient sounds such as rainforest or beach sounds, or just simply white noise. This helps to distract your attention on annoying tinnitus. You also want the volume of the background sound slightly lower than your tinnitus level. So when you have the background music on, you will still be able to hear the tinnitus, but just a little bit. This way, your brain will faster adapt and learn to forget the tinnitus. Hearing aids work similar to the sound masking approach. With wearing a hearing aid, you can constantly introduce appropriate level of ambient sound to your brain, so it can significantly reduce the annoyance of tinnitus. For some people, tinnitus can get worse if they have too much salt or caffeine. If you experience intolerable tinnitus, it can be helpful to try to cut back on them. It may not work on everyone, but at least give it a try. Other things may help include relaxation exercise, medication, exercise, acupuncture. If tinnitus really bothers you, there's a small possibility that you have a growth on the hearing nerve or acoustic neuroma. It would be good to go to a doctor or audiologist to have it checked up. Just make sure you let them know about your tinnitus. There's always something you can do about it, so don't give up. That's all for today. Please comment in below if you have any other questions, or give me a thumb up if you think it is helpful.